Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Taco Tuesday. Go out there and support your favorite taco truck. This is Mornings with Michael for informational and educational purposes only. This is August, the 1st of August. So let's get to the news. From the world news, China's factory activity swung to a contraction in July. Private sector survey showed fell to 49.2 in July from 50.5 in June, missing analysts' expectations of 50.3. China's State Council on Monday announced measures to restore and expand consumption in the automotive, real estate, and services sector, aiming to give full play to fundamental role of consumption in economic development. On to our stock news in consumer. Avis Rental Car, CAR, Q2 EPS of $11.01 versus estimate of $9.44. K-Force, KFRC, Q2 EPS 95 cents versus 97 cents. Leggett & Platt, LEG, Q2 EPS 38 cents versus estimate of 39 cents. Trex Company, TREX, Q2 EPS 71 cents versus 54. Yum China, YUMC, Q2 EPS 47 cents versus 46. And Wynn Resorts, WYNN, Melco, MLCO, Macau's Gaming Bureau reported July gross revenue from games of fortune in the region was up 4,082% year over year on 16,662 billion patakas. Energy, Comstock Resources, CRK, Q2 EPS loss 17 cents versus 8-cent profit. Diamond Energy, FANG, Q2 EPS $3.68 versus $3.98. On to financials, Avalon Bay, AVB, Q2 AFFO a share 266 versus estimate of 261. Brixmor Property, BRX, Q2 Norelli, FFO a share 52 cents versus estimate of 50 cents. Genworth Financial, GNW, said its board has authorized $350 million increase to the company's existing share buyback plan. Ornato Realty, VNO, Q2 AFFO a share 72 cents versus 63 cents. Healthcare, Merck, MRK, Q2 EPS loss $2.06 versus estimate of a $1.97 loss. Pfizer, PFE, Q2 adjusted EPS 67 cents versus estimate 57 cents. BioMarin, BMRN, Q2 EPS 54 cents versus 23. Emergent Biosolutions, EBS, said a wing of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has awarded Emergent Biosolutions a 10-year contract worth up to $704 million for its development and production of an Ebola virus treatment. Hologic, HOLX, Q3 adjusted EPS 93 cents versus 89. Replimune, REPL, and Insight, INCY, entered to clinical trial collaboration and supply agreement to evaluate RP1 and INCB 99280 in patients with cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma. Initial study setting to design these inhibitors, INCB 99280. So there we have it. Tenet Healthcare, THC, Q2 adjusted EPS $1.44 versus estimate $1.25. Tarsus Pharmaceuticals, TARS, announces $100 million common stock offering. Industrials and Materials, Caterpillar is zooming today. CAT, Q2 adjusted EPS $5.55 versus estimate of $1.58. JetBlue JBLU reports inline Q2 results of 45 cents and 2.61 billion in revenues. Boise Cascade BCC Q2 EPS $3.67 versus $2.52. Huntsman HUN Q2 EPS 22 cents versus 30 cents. Republic Service Group RSG Q2 EPS $1.41 versus $1.32. And finally, in technology, media, and telecom, Amcor Technology AMKR Q2 EPS 26 cents versus 21 cents. Arista Networks blew it out of the park. ANET Q2 EPS $1.58. Tops consensus $1.44. Double Verify DV Q2 adjusted EBITDA $404 million versus estimate of 37.9. Actually 40 million versus 37.94 million. Harmonic HLIT Q2 adjusted EPS 12 cents versus estimate of 13 cents. Lattice Semiconductor LSCC Q2 adjusted EPS 52 cents versus 51 cents. Monolithic Power Systems MPWR Q2 EPS $2.82 versus $2.80. Pixie Dust PXDT 1.667 million share IPO priced at $9. Rambus RMBS Q2 EPS $1.51 versus estimate of 39 cents. That was quite a beat. Sanmina SANM Q3 adjusted EPS $1.55 versus estimate of $1.54. SBA Communications Q2 AFFO EPS $3.24 versus $3.14. Western Digital WDC Q4 adjusted EPS loss $1.98 versus estimate loss of $2.01. And Zoom Info Q2 adjusted EPS 26 cents versus 23 cents. And there you have it. They we did miss one on Allegro Microsystems. It did beat and had good forward guidance, but they still sold off. Let's show our S&P heat map. I'm wondering there once more. There we go. We have mostly the sea of red today. Got a few. Meta is up. Microsoft is up. A few of the semiconductors are up, but mostly down. Caterpillar and Deere are up. So that's a look at our S&P heat map. We're not going to look at our annuity screen today. Well, let's just take a quick look at it. Share here. This is our indexes. As you can see, they bounce around, they correct, they can go down. Whereas the annuity, once it steps up, it stays on this step and continues, steps up, does not step down. And the average annuity annual growth is 12.58% versus the index is 7.57%. And that's that. Let's go to our screens. Here we can see Allegro Microsystems selling off. They reported 39 cents versus, so percent change is up 63%, earnings surprise of 8.33%, and good forward guidance, but still we're taking some profits here. So let's go to our dollar. Dollar is up today. It's gapping up here, pretty strong. Going to be putting pressure on our gold. Yeah, gold is gapping down as the dollar is gapping up. Silver, the same thing, gapping down. Take a look at copper, pulling back a little bit. Just look at a few of them, make sure. Yeah, they're all pulling back as the dollar remains strong. Let's look at our, yeah, the yield is bouncing as well, putting pressure on our stocks. 4.09 is the last time before it pulled back. And the 20-year gapping up 3.22%. And our VIX is bouncing this morning. It's up to 1424. S&P 500 should be pulling back, which it is just slightly, down 0.38%. And our NASDAQ is pulling back as well, 0.24%, considering how high the yield on the bond is. It's not doing too shabby today. And we're on to the Russell small caps pulling back. It's bouncing off of its 10-day moving average, which is positive. And Dow Jones was pretty flat for the day. Look at a few of our ETFs. The transportation was trending higher, is pulling back now to its 10-day moving average. Financials pulling back. Energy pulling back. We'll see if it can fill this gap that it gapped up. Once again, 80% of gaps fill and then return to the trend. Communications, really pretty strong. I guess Meta is doing a good share of holding that one up. Got a big pullback in biotech. And the other biotech is just really falling out of the clouds. Take a look at our software is holding up pretty good considering the bond yields. Technology remains strong as well. Semiconductors, pretty holding in there as well. Our travel stocks are pulling back, bouncing off of the 20-day moving average. We tried to break out yesterday, but got a big pullback today. Our airlines are pulling back. We'll see if they pull back to the 50-day moving average. And Airlines was our leader. It is gapping down this morning. Delta doing about the same. Take a look at the metals and mining. Copper, silver, and gold down. You would expect this to be pulling back. And this is our material sector. Not doing too bad. This is metals and mining. And then finally, our housing index, our home builders. Oh, wow. Considering the bond, they're actually going up today. The volume has really trailed off here, but it's pretty amazing to see that when the yield up so strong. Get back to our screen. See kind of where professional money managers are. You saw where one of them, where they're moving out of today. American superconductor up 55% this morning. And their earnings are in one day. So this is pretty amazing. Power converters and high temperature superconductor wires. Just bring up my heavy chart. This looks like a IPO, and it is going to the moon, it looks like, up 48% today. Look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar up 7.8%. Largest volume in this current base here. And the earnings. Earnings surprise of 45% on an increase in earnings of 75. Looks like 75% here. Got a couple of screens blocking each other. Go back to the top of our list. Revolution Machines is up 5.7%. Develops therapies, inhibit elusive frontier targets. ANET up 21% today as they just blew away their earnings. They're up 46%, 9.91. Earnings surprise. Terex, which we had in the news, is up 3.86%. Earnings are due today. Stream Networks, which had been selling off on pretty light volume, is up pretty strong today, up nearly 5%. Volume is up 99%. Marriott up 1.1%. Their earnings came at up 26%. Earnings surprise of about 22%. We got a couple of Chinese issues in the news. PDD up 0.61%. Lee Automotive is up strong today, up 2.52. Look at this move here. It's a pretty strong move. We could look at one other in their sector. Steel pulling up pretty strong as well, both these electric vehicle makers. Carpenter Technology up 0.92%. Strong earnings. Money keeps flowing into this issue. United Rentals. Construction market is breaking out today. See if it can hold this number. Like to see a little stronger volume. They had strong earnings. Show you what an early entry looks like. Right over here would have been a great place to buy. And this is an even earlier entry. Right here, pulled back right to the line and then has continued on. And let's see what else we got up here. Audio codes up 14% today. Look at this huge volume. Earnings came in a negative 53%, but obviously is much better than people anticipated. Chinook Therapeutics is up 2.87% on huge volume. Earnings in 8 days. Must be expecting some good precision medicine for kidney. So that's that one. And now let's look what's down in volume, where the money is moving out of. Zebra is down 18% today on a negative earnings of 29%. Negative earnings surprise of 16%. Huge volume. A lot of people just walking away from this one. Zoom info, also in our news, down about 26%. The earnings came in at a positive 24%, earnings surprise of 19, but they were looking for much better and huge volume on this one. Rambus, also in the news, a little less than expected. It's trying to fight back. It's in the middle of its range. Double Verify, same thing, but it's on the top of its range, down 13% today, just below its 50-day moving average on huge volume. Earnings came in at positive 17%, but that was a negative earnings surprise of 28%. Uber is down. People taking some profits. Earnings up 114%. We can take a look at partner in crime. Lyft is pulling back to its 10-day moving average. RK. Pulling back down nearly 9%. Earnings came in at 13%. Huge volume. To look at ALGM again. It is on the lower part of its range. It came in at 63% earnings increase, 8.33%. And they had good forward guidance, but still not what some people were looking for. Molson Golden sold off, down about 4%. It's on the top of its range. It's still in the buy area. And finally, Ryerson Holding, steel producer, is gap down to its 200-day. It's bouncing off of that, but that looks pretty ugly. Their earnings are down 80% from last quarter, negative earnings surprise of 21%. And that's going to be our show for today. Appreciate you checking in with us. This has been Mornings with Michael for information. Oh, before we go, just wanted to look at one of the issues that we had looked at 2 weeks ago, I believe. It was right in this area, consolidation, Kava Group, IPO base. It's come out of this IPO base, pulled back a little bit, and now it's just going for the moon. It's up really strong. We had looked in comparison to Chipotle when it first came out. It's very similar in many aspects, but got some pretty good volume here. So that's that. And then with the energy prices pulling back, we'll just see if Schlumberger continue. Noble Energy is pulling back. Been one of the strongest issues in this area. Tidewater, a little tighter pullback here, which is strong. The other one we had looked at was Polaris, which is pulling back, and Weatherford, which has also been one of the strong, along with Noble, staying in a pretty tight range, which is good. And that's our report for today. Hope everybody has a great day. This has been Mornings with Michael for informational and educational purposes only.